male-female relationship and karma. Your partner is your karma. Karma is never new because you live unconsciously. You say things and then apologize. This process continues lifelong. This unconscious living sows seeds of actions, the cause and effect. Your unconscious actions are seeds, but the fruit comes much later. When your actions bear the fruits, we find no connection between actions. In the process of unconscious living, none tried to understand the deeper meaning. Karma is defined simply as unconscious action. The actions which we do without any awareness. You would have noticed all of a sudden a circumstance and situation comes, we say certain words, we react in a particular manner, and then later on we apologize. But the bullet has been fired out of the gun. It must have its effect. It is not an external law of reward and punishment, but a psychological chain of mechanical reactions. All our reactions in our life are mechanical. A psychological chain of mechanical reactions caused by living without awareness. By living consciously, you can instantly break free from this cycle of mechanical actions, mechanical reactions. Remember, the law of karma only exists for an unconscious person. When you act mechanically, reacting out of habit, anger, or societal conditionings, you create a continuous thread of cause and effect. Reacting out of habit, anger, and societal conditionings, you create a continuous thread of cause and effect. This continuous chain is what binds you to suffering. And the true antidote to karma is meditation and mindfulness. If you do something with total spontaneous awareness, no karma is created. An act done in pure consciousness is complete in that very moment and leaves no lingering trace behind. That does not bind you in any way. Understanding karma is about embracing absolute personal responsibility rather than looking at it as inescapable destiny. It is not destiny, it is your unconscious living. The situation of karma is profoundly liberating. The moment you take responsibility of your choices, you open the door to true freedom, and with that comes radical transformation. While pondering, while introspecting on this, I am reminded of such questions once were asked by the disciples of Shankar, Adi Shankar. It was night, full moon night. Moon was lurking from behind the clouds, playing hide and seek. An old seeker asked a question. An old seeker asked a question that bemused all other seekers gathered there. He asked, Master, if soul is one as a presence and truth is solitary, then why sometimes husband and wife or lover and beloved are so intimate to each other, so intimate that the pain and suffering of one is felt by the other partner also. Certain people never feel a stranger even in the first instance to each other. Instead, they feel a bond of deep intimacy, while others never experience such a bond of intimacy lifelong. An entire life becomes a journey of conflict, misery, and struggle. This was a simple question. As the question came to an end, serenity spread all around, and it appeared as if time itself has paused to listen and understand the response of the Master. The question was asked. Now it's time for the Master to respond. Shankar looked deep within the old monk, through him, and then gently looking and feeling the flow of the nearby river that overflowed, is soft in a manner that flowed naturally. Many a times, your husband or wife is not only of this life, they both are living embodiment of each other's past karmas. It is the seed, it is the nourishment, it is the fertility of the soil, the light, the rainfall, the air. All these combined together appear as a fruit. So you can say that the fruit that tree bears is the living embodiment of all these things: the quality of the seed, the quality of the nourishment, the quality of the soil, the weather conditions, the rainfall, the temperature, and so many other factors. In the same way, many a times your husband or wife is not only of this life, they both are living embodiments of each other's karma and understanding. As such words overflowed, each present there felt a deep turmoil within. When something like that is just overflowed or is spoken, it creates a turmoil within. The flame of the lamp was flickering gently, and the disciples could not understand how a person can be an embodiment or manifestation of accumulated actions. It is difficult for you to understand how a person can be an embodiment or manifestation of accumulated actions and understanding that shape entire life. Just as I gave you this example, you plant a mango seed, the quality of the seed, the quality of the soil, the nourishment. Certain things grow, need a certain kind of weather conditions or temperature. So when all these things are there, they affect. And what is fruit? Fruit is the manifestation of the seed under all these circumstances and situations. Certain things grow only in cold atmosphere at a certain altitude, a particular kind of a soil quality. The mangoes that grows in northern part of the India, their appearances is much different than the one that grows in the tropical climate. There are certain things that require tropical climate to grow, certain things that need a cold or moderate situation. That is why a particular crop, there is a season for the wheat crop, for the rice and other things. Rice need more water. Wheat does not need as much water. So all these things affect. Shankar narrated a story to explain how he was explaining something much deeper than the surface. Union is never of the bodies alone. Remember, union is never of the body alone. The way of existence is much deeper and beyond human cognition. The way of existence is much deeper and beyond human cognition. Many a time two beings or souls remain incomplete for lives. Fulfillment does not come. Many a times two beings or souls remain incomplete for lives, and they come together to pay off or clear past debts or obligations. The love or the bond of intimacy you both are feeling for each other, or the feeling of intimacy that brought you both together, brought you both closer, may be the outcome of past promise. Certainly, an outcome of the past promise. And the pain that you are undergoing in this life may be the outcome of the forgotten action. Sometimes we forget. Disciples were all listening attentively to Shankar, but this response gave birth to another question. This response gave birth to another question. If this be so, that means each partner has a mystery hidden deep within. Indeed, it is so. Your partner carries a mystery hidden deep within. To respond, this Shankar posed a question. Have you ever seen a certain couple can make the outer make the other communicate or understand without the use of words? Just a simple look into the eyes of the beloved. The beloved understands the message. At the same time, there are partners who are together for lifelong and still remain strangers to one another. Isn't it so? With some people, couples, a partner, they look into each other's eyes and everything is communicated and understood by each other. There is no need of the words, but you never have time to pay attention to this. Shankar paused. Such is not the case of difference in nature. Really, when two souls meet, they bring with them subtle seeds of past memories. Sometimes all of a sudden when you come across a name or an image of a person, you feel deep within a kind of closeness, as if I have known this person for long. And that person does not appear to you to be a stranger. A deep feeling comes in you. Have you ever seen that certain couple can make the other communicate or understand the other without use of words? A simple look into each other's eyes, everything is communicated and understood. At the same time, there are partners who are together for lifelong and remain strangers to one another. Shankar paused. Such is the case of the difference in nature. Really, two souls meet. When two souls meet, they bring with them subtle seeds of past memories. Bodies may change. Faces too may change. But never the deeper, subtle impressions engraved within. You are seeing the photograph of a person. Something happens within you. These engraved impressions each brings with him a new life. When you are born, you carry these subtle impressions within you. Hearing this, one seeker remembered his first meeting with his wife. The experience of the first meeting suddenly flashed before his eyes. When he felt he knew this woman before. Certain people have mentioned that they have felt this kind of affinity to the person even in the first instance. But we have not learned to listen to our heart. Heart never speaks. Truth only speaks through the heart, not through the mind. Mind is logical, and we have been taught to overlook our heart. And when the heart, the energy of heart and the mind come together, a faculty of intuition is born. Intuitively you know there is a deep connection between you and this person. Night was getting intense. Sound of cricket and the owl heard in distance. In this silence, in such a silence, Shankar continued. You will be surprised to know love is not the basis of each relationship. Love is not the basis of each relationship. Certain relationships developed because of justice. The seeker got startled with this response. Justice, he murmured. Surprisingly, he murmured. And Shankar nodded his head in affirmation. Yes, justice. Certainly existence never comes with a sword to punish a person. Certainly existence never comes to punish a person with a sword. Then what happens? If the existence does not come with a sword to punish someone, existence always appears as a relationship, brought you into the relationship with this person through his way of living, the way of interaction. She or he is punishing you. Sometimes it does happen. Existence always appears as a relationship, sometimes as a friend, other times as a son or daughter, or wife or husband. Whatever seed of action you sowed unconsciously will one day appear before you as an alive person. When you say this person makes me angry all the time, it is your actions that has assumed, that has embodied as your spouse, as your wife or husband or son or somebody else. Hearing this, an unknown fear filled their hearts, which is natural. An unknown fear filled their hearts. Hearing this, an unknown fear filled their hearts. Then Shankar narrated the story of a person who always used to remain angry with his wife. He used to feel that his wife always opposes him. And for years, his wife always opposes him. And for years he continued to blame his wife. Then one day, a realized yogi told the person and said, in the past life you were an influential businessman. In the past life you were an influential businessman who never cared for the wishes of his wife. The answer sowed the seed of negligence. And now the same person has blossomed in such an experience. Shankar further continued that past karma does not always return as events. Shankar continued, the past karma does not always return as events. At times, past karma returns as embodied self, as your husband, wife, friend, son, daughter. With these words, it seemed as if a veil is removed from this sudden, as if a veil has been removed from a hidden a secret way of existence, the way existence operates. Also, the cold air that was blowing was making things even more mystical. Everyone was listening to Shankar even more attentively. Shankar continued. This does not mean that each being each miserable relationship is the outcome of a specific punishment. That each relationship is the outcome of a specific punishment. Sometimes two souls meet each other for transformation and they unite to awaken each other or another person, and soul challenges each other. Soul dissolves the ego sense and surfaces your shortcomings, and you think it is punishing you. Instead, soul is working in its own way, indirectly for your liberation from the bondage. This was so unique that certain seekers could not accept it immediately. One of them inquired, this means wife or spouse and husband or spouse is the outcome of unconscious karma? Can one change one's destiny? Can one change one's destiny? Shankar paused. So did time has come for me to pause for today until we come back tomorrow to continue this explanation. Until then, take care.